storms to alert you first. This is KIMT Storm Team 3, weather coverage you can count on.
Well, welcome back, my friends. It is a beautiful day, and I've been mentioning how we've had so much sunshine across the area, and we still certainly do, but there are a few clouds to talk about. A few puffy clouds just floating innocently on by in Charles City. One other thing to note about Charles City is, check it out, as a car just passes through, the Main Street Bridge is back open, just in case you were not aware. The water has receded, gone back down to more normal levels, and just making the city look even more beautiful than it always is. All right, moving over to satellite and radar, and there it is, all that sunshine. The clouds that we did see in Charles City, you can see they're not necessarily right over the city itself, but they are there. They are in the distance, maybe providing some shade here or there, blocking that sunshine. We're getting a lot of it today, and it's not just us. Across the region, plenty of sun as high pressure has found its place and will stay there for quite some time. What that means is get ready for the heat, the humidity, and of course more of that summer sunshine. We do have to prepare for it, so grab the sunglasses, grab the hat, the sunscreen, and the water bottle. All of this is going to be very, very important as we get into the weekend and even beyond that. So let's start talking about it. Current temperature, it's 81 degrees in Rochester, Owatonna, Albert Lea, Austin. A little cooler in Mason City, but 80 degrees is still 80 degrees right there. Most of us have made it into the 80s. We're expected to climb at least a few more degrees as we get through the day. I did bring out the dew points though. They're not terrible. Many of us are sticking to the 60s. Albert Lea was at a 70-degree dew point for a brief moment, but things have cooled a little bit there. Now it's 68. What do these numbers mean? Well, they're a great way of tracking how humid it is outside, how sticky. And today we do expect to stay between 60 and 70 degrees, which some of us closer to that tropical feel. Most of us will be more on just that humid side, which is fairly comfortable if you think about the humidity that's coming our way. So you've got to take advantage. Now let's talk about that, the humidity coming our way. So our dew points, most of us in the 60s, close to 70 for some, but as we get into the weekend, we're talking Saturday, Sunday, and even Monday, the dew points here in the green. That's what's going to be rising on up. Humidity is on the way, my friends, and when you combine that with temperatures like 88 degrees and 90 degrees, you're going to start feeling it. That's when we bring out the heat index graphic. So the heat index, if you're not aware, is what it feels like outside, the real feel, it's also called. So it may be 90 degrees on Sunday, but it's going to feel like 98 to 100 plus for many of us, and that's something we need to be cautious about. We need to know about this and remind ourselves to stay hydrated. We're going to go out, play at the park. Make sure you have at least 2 water bottles. You have the hats, you have the sunscreen. Just protect yourself from that heat. And even going into the shade, it doesn't provide a lot of respite from that. All right, so let's fast forward here on Sky Tracker 3. Another thing that we're not tracking much of is the rain. Sure, we might get a few pop-up clouds that bring a little bit of the rainfall, but we are generally dry here throughout the stretch of the 7-day forecast. Okay, Monday comes along, and that's important to note because Sunday night and Monday, Nick, with all this heat, all this humidity, you know what that means. It's fuel in the atmosphere, yes, and we have a chance for some severe weather.
Ooh, we don't need that.
No, we don't need it, but Mother Nature likes to do what she wants.
She does. Thank you, Sarah.
Of course.